Okay, now where were we? We were on episode 2, so must be episode number 3. This is number 3. This is the 3rd episode, 4th video of the series of how I maintain my weight. Maybe it's also how I maintain my weight and how I maintain my health, because it's not just weight. It is more than just weight. It is this is a healthy journey channel. So by maintaining my weight, getting out there and moving, I guess I'm also trying to maintain my health. Well, I know I'm trying to maintain my health, but I guess I am maintaining my health or doing better with my health. A lot of monitoring through lab work at the medical facilities. Doctor, I don't know where you go to get your stuff done. I go to the Veterans Administration Hospital, but that is very important. So we covered what can I do. So the first thing we did is we made an intro. The first video was all about, do I have a problem? Is there something happening that I need to address? A lot of times we don't do something because we don't know there's anything wrong. When it's medical and it's inside, we don't know until we get that blood work done, or the urinalysis, or whatever way they test you. They turn your head and cough, spread your cheeks, whatever it might be. As gross as it may seem, you got to get those tests done. Or I know I do. I have a family history of some couple different forms of cancer, and so we need to screen that. And sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, right? But has to be done. So once I've identified a problem on my own level, the things I can check here at my house are my blood sugar, my weight, my blood pressure. Those are basically the 3 I have devices to check. I have a scale, I have a monitor to check my blood sugar, and I have the cuff, the old-fashioned cuff. We put on. Yes, it's pretty nice. So I can check my temperature, I guess, too, if I had a fever. Those are things I can check. Those are the diagnostic tools that I own. I know how to figure out my A1C. I can take my blood sugar readings and convert that into A1C. A1C being my overall. I guess the blood sugar readings we take are our daily, or our twice daily, or our 3 daily. And our A1C is how we're doing at that time. Do I have a high A1C, low A1C? Is it good? Is it bad? Or whatever that is. I have an appointment on the 20th, and they may yell at me because it may not be as good as they want it to be. So, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me here on this journey. Thank you for joining me on the entire channel, but thank you for also joining me now for this weight maintenance kind of a series. I don't know if you have a problem with this. Do you have problems? Do you yo-yo a little bit? 210, 208, 214, 207, 220. It could be a big fluctuation. I weigh myself twice a month. Like I said, on the 1st and the 15th, I weighed myself yesterday, and it's right about 196. That was 195 last time. So 1 pound, I'm not really concerned with. I'm trying to go down though, so I didn't think I had gone down in weight, but I was hoping that I could start working on that, because I want to reduce my weight probably to get down to maybe 185, maybe lose 10 pounds, and I'll see how that is. A lot of people say, well, he's this high, this big. Well, if it's because you're, when I was at 5'11" and 300 pounds, if that was 300 pounds of muscle, that's huge. That's big and strong. But I wasn't. I was fat. So there's different ways to look at things on your weight, on your on your health. When I was in the military, some of the guys were in great shape, but they're muscular and strong, and they worked out, and they're too heavy. And you get another person that doesn't do any exercise, and they're able to maintain their weight by whatever they do. Slim fast with the week before or whatever, and they don't exercise, and they're poor health, but they were considered healthy by the standards of the weight management program of the military, height versus weight. So this is going to be talking about something we all have to do. The last one was about diet. So the first video we did was about the intro. The first episode was about, do I have a problem? The second one was about exercise and increasing how much I exercise. So that's the recap of what we've done. This one is about something we all have to do, which is called eating. We all have to eat. We're all on a diet. So you can't eat that. You're on a diet. Hey, that's not part of your diet. On your diet, can you eat this? On your diet, can you eat this? Yeah, I can get it. Hey, I thought you were on a diet. How's it going with your diet? And we look at that. If someone says someone is a fat person, they say, oh, don't worry about it, they're on a diet. Okay, well, that's probably half of the equation, maybe less. Probably the first thing you're gonna do is work with the old coconut and say, why do I have this eating thing? Do I have an eating disorder? One hard thing about if you do have an eating disorder, if you're addicted to food, or if you binge and you eat a lot of food, you just and you can't stop, it's probably going to have some kind of a snafu up top. So, but the problem with a food addiction versus maybe maybe you're addicted to smoking, or maybe you drink, or maybe you use little drugs, you don't have to do those things. Yeah, there's no daily recommended allowance of cigarettes or cocaine or meth or heroin. You're not supposed to use it at all. And for those of you out there using those items, you're not supposed to. You don't have to. Don't do it. If you don't want to do it, I don't know. I'm talking to you. I'm not saying in general, hey man, you don't have to do that, but you have to eat. You gotta eat. And there's so much stuff that's hidden. I've talked to people before. I don't know why I put on weight. I just had some oatmeal. Those little packages of oatmeal that you can get. Quaker Oats is the big one. I got one called it's a Warrior or something like that. I'll tell you. I'll do a taste test on it. We're doing a taste test on Tuesdays. But how much did you eat of the oatmeal? If you eat a full cup, someone will say to eat a cup. Someone will say half a cup. What do I do when I eat my breakfast with oatmeal? It's pretty filling. I usually can just eat a quarter cup. It's real small, but I eat a quarter cup of just plain oatmeal. I eat it, and I don't put any cinnamon on it or maple sugar. A lot of times add some brown sugar, add some honey. Well, all those things are going to have more calories, and they're going to have more carbs. So you have to be careful that someone told me, well, I just have this, and I go, well, what do you do? I use little packages. I take 2 of those and shake them together, put them in some hot water. I take 2 packs because, I get a little bit hungry later in the day. And so, let me see. And I looked at them, and the reason they're getting heavy is because it has some additives to it, including has sugar. So it probably spikes. I think the one that she was having was apple cinnamon, and the other one was maple brown sugar. So if you hear the word maple, if you hear cinnamon, if you hear honey, people say, well, cinnamon's good for me. It's cinnamon, and not cinnamon sugar. So are they trying to get you addicted to something? While I eat the plain oatmeal I get in a big tub, and I don't like it, but I like these. Well, it could be by the fat. But so if you ever are looking at food, you got to look at those labels. I'll do one about hidden problems there. A lot of times it has to do with quantity. If you get a bag of chips like this at Subway, and you get a sandwich, and then you look and you say, wow, there's a lot of calories, and then you say, well, it's also 2 servings. Sometimes you'll see something where you think for sure it's one serving, it's 1 cookie. You don't think you have to break the cookie in half and eat half. So you're automatically going to say it's a packaged cookie, it's that big, and the serving size has to be 1. Well, no, the serving size is half. People say, I'm going to have a bowl of cereal. This gets a lot of people, a bowl of cereal. Well, if you look at what it says on the side, it might say 3/4 of a cup. And 3/4 of a cup in a bowl might be like this. And you're having this. So you're supposed to have in the bowl about 2 inches of cereal. Add your milk and whatever, and use a spoon. And instead of having 2 inches of cereal in the bowl, you have 3 inches heaping above it. That's how they want you to buy it. If you look at the serving suggestion, and you look at it on the side of you look at it on the front of the box. Make it the way they say to make it in the instructions, and then look at what they're showing you by photographs or drawings, whatever. There's a tiger there, and he's eating, and he says, "They're great," or whatever. He's great. They're great. They taste yummy. I would love to have a big bowl of that right now. But the serving size is not very big. So the way I modify my diet is basically to stay on it. If I do find that I'm gaining weight, I may have to reduce my calories. I don't calorie count. I don't measure my tummy. I don't weigh myself daily. I don't do those. Like I said before, my goal is to have good lab work. So there's hidden calories in almost everything. What is the quantity? Let's say I was going to drink a cola drink, some kind of cola. Let's pick one, RC, Royal Crown. I like that one. It's really good for my cat's running around. She might knock over my... So what are you doing? My cat's running back and forth. She has some videos back there, so take a look. But like I said, Royal Crown, and you get a bottle of it. Let's say you get a 2 liter. Well, you got to measure that out, because you can just open the thing and start pouring it over ice. That's good, and have 2 or 3. And it's way too much. Way too much. You should only be, the serving size, it's going to be maybe an eighth of what you took. An eighth. It could be more than an eighth that you took. So don't do that. You got to measure. Read those labels. Does it have something in it that might spike? You might read this. Well, this is just natural, whatever. The tobacco is natural. Is it good for you? Probably not. So you got to check that out. So what I would do is I would try to reduce my calories, reduce my carbs if I found myself going up. If I'm going up in weight, I know, okay, I eat food and I go up. I eat less food and I go down a little bit. And I'm not going to do anything unhealthy. So you want to have, I'm saying I have that. I try to have 2 to 3 meals a day with 1 or 2 snacks. And when you snack, you got to find the things that are probably low carb, low calorie, and take that. That's what you have to take. That's what I have to do. So that's what I do. So if I find a problem and I'm spiking, I'm going up, I'm going to increase my exercise, decrease my food. So it goes back to kind of like the the diet they always tell us to do, the American diet. Eat less, exercise more. For me, it's eat better and exercise more. Some people don't exercise at all. They don't exercise at all. So I do exercise. Please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell. We do have some more active work coming out. There's some cat videos on there. There's some videos of me walking the mall in the rain. It was raining outside, so I had a mall walk. I did a video of that. All of that's out there. Take a look. Have a great day, night, whatever it is where you are. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.